thanks for tuning in to another episode of the WoW Collector. Today we're in the Temple of Ahn'Qiraj. A pretty long raid. Its video clocks in about 22 minutes, so sit back, relax, kind of walk through things. First loot we get is the mounts that are attributed only to this raid. You can learn them inside and definitely can use the mounts within the raid, but apart from that they don't work anywhere else. There is an achievement for the red mount. I did not get that today. So we'll continue to look forward to that mount, but I did get the blue and yellow ones here, so I used the yellow one almost throughout this entire video. Just equipping it here, and I added it to my bar just to kind of fit in with the theme. Just like in the ruins of Ahn'Qiraj, these large guys drop small obsidian chunks, so feel free to mine those at your heart's content. Today is a longer video because we're going to be walking through the entire raid. Uh, Future subsequent videos, we will just skip ahead to the bosses and kind of document what they drop, but just for today, we're going to kind of walk through the entire raid. There's not really any specific way you need to go. Once you actually enter the temple, it's a circular path, almost like an oval. You can kind of go left or right, but I just tend to do things the most logical way, so I believe we go down to the second boss, and then we'll kind of wrap around. And I'll show you guys when we get there. Just killing the trash outside. First boss is Prophet Skeram, or Sakaram probably, and he did drop three things: boots of the Redeemed Prophecy, which were plate boots; leggings of Immersion, which were leather BOP pants; and then a blacksmith plans thick obsidian breastplate. Additionally, some of the bosses in here do drop pets, so kind of keep an eye out for those. The Anubisith idol is the pet that drops from this first boss, I want to say, and it's a pretty great pet for pet battles. One of the stronger pets in the game, especially for DPS wise. But we'll get into pet battle in a little bit longer. I wanted to make sure I got all the obsidian here. Killed the first boss pretty quickly. Just trying to show what drops he had. Um, He had the he has a mini Mind Slayer, my apologies. He does not drop the Anubisith idol. Had a couple stabs that dropped from here, but I wanted to wait to really get into that based on having a few runs under my belt. Also, with each boss kill and some subsequent trash mobs in here, you do get reputation that you can use to unlock certain quests. Those quests do drop the tier pieces as well, so we kind of have to work our way through that. So we're actually entering the temple now. Pretty spacious entryway. When we continue straight, you can mount through the entire thing. That's the kind of nice thing about this place. We go left right here, and in this little crevice is where there's the quest givers. Now the guy on the right is the rep quest. It's that Mortal Champions, and basically when you get those Qiraji Lords insignias, basically drop off each boss, you turn them in for rep. I believe it's Cenarian Circle. But these other quests, you turn in different items that you get for pieces of loot. I did not accept them because my quest log is super full from Battle for Azeroth quests, so I didn't really have the room, didn't want to inundate it. And you can pick up these quests at any time, and they are repeatable, so if you have extra stuff, you can definitely sell it. This Idol of Strife, these kind of things drop throughout the raid. If you're running it on multiple tunes, you will have tons in your inventory, so I wouldn't fret over them too much. I wouldn't race to the auction house to purchase these. They also don't sell for a lot either, so I wouldn't hold on to them if you're not going to use them. It's a good idea just to vendor those things. So we are making our way down to the temple, and this is actually the level where all the bosses are at. We make our way down this cascading loop here. Now if you go left, that's where the rest of the bosses are, but I like to go right here and take out the next boss, which is Silithid Royalty. It's a 3-boss fight. Kind of walk you through some things you want to avoid when you get to this boss. Just killing the trash here. There is a lot of trash to kill in here. There are a few exclusive drops. Number one, the mounts do drop. I wish the auto loot wouldn't work for the mounts once you have them, but you know, unfortunately, we can't set it up like that. So making our way to the first boss here, we'll kill the trash in this area. Now these Qiraji brainwashers, at times they will mind control you. It's about a 10-second mind control. It's just an annoyance rather than anything, but it does elongate the time this raid takes to finish. Kill the rest of this trash here. So there's 3 bosses here. What you need to do is you need to kill one of them, and then usually the princess or the lord will eat the other one, kind of empowering themselves. So you want to wait until she devours it and then kill the next one. If you do it in that order, the fight won't bug out. If you do that in the opposite order, just kind of blow them all up, the fight will reset. I know I was feared here, it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, the fight didn't glitch, and that's what I was more worried about. Because you have to wait for them to respawn, which takes a little bit of time. They will respawn generally within about a minute or 2, but you do have to wait for that. So the Silithid royalty dropped 2 items, the Triad Girdle, which was a plate belt, and the Robes of the Triumvirate, which is a chest piece for cloth wearers. We are still getting greater Skeram coffer keys, and I kind of just held on to those rather than using them. The loot time takes a while in those chests, and I wasn't too sure what I specifically needed for my quests. I didn't want to fill up my bags, a bunch of stuff I didn't need. We're going to make our way back up this cascading spiral here. And then this was the other option we had. We're going to go right. We're just going to keep making our way through the bosses. We're going to kill all the trash here, and just continue on our way towards Battleguard Sartura. So killing all these bugs. They don't drop much, but they do have a couple zone drops. It's a 2-handed axe. Nerzatech, the Blood Drinker, I believe is what it's called. So any of these initial bug guys can and will drop that. I've yet to see it, but you know, it is on their loot table. Just kind of make our way through all these kills. None of these guys have any special abilities, just it's more to kill, more to loot. The scarabs do vendor for an amount. I don't feel like the amount's great, but I mean, if you're needing to get a Lamogs anyways, you might as well start collecting those. So moving through, just kind of taking out all these bugs, and next time we definitely won't be showing all this trash pulls. I just kind of wanted to walk people through who haven't been here before. It is a pretty long raid, and additionally, you know, it can be kind of overwhelming if you've never been here before. So this is the 3rd boss, Battleguard Sartura. Uh, Sartura is the one in the middle, but you just kill the rest of them. And he did drop an offhand item, Sartura's Might. Dropped 2 of those, so I will be vendoring them, but it was a nice little pickup. And we'll move on to the next boss here. It's Farnkriss. This is a lengthy hallway. So what happens in this hallway is as you traverse it, the bugs are just kind of there. And you want to try to avoid running into them because running into them will pull them. But at some point, I mean, it is difficult to avoid these. So, I mean, I try to avoid them just because one less thing to have to kill. But once I pull the group, I just wait for them to stack up. And you'll see in a second. It's a very long tunnel. I do wish you could kill these guys for loot, though. I think right there is a point where I ran through that enemy that I pulled them, so I just figured I should have mounted. I don't know why I dismounted. That was pretty dumb of me. So you make your way past all these bugs, and you're going to end up aggroing all of them. So at the end of this tunnel, you just stop and wait. I have a multi-shot ability, but I always wait till they stack up at once. I always just kill them in one fell swoop. The aquamarine color bugs that you see do in fact drop loot. I love this picture. It looks like a blooming onion from Chili's or Outback, is it? One of those two. Farnkriss the Unyielding is the next boss. Didn't drop much. I got Mantle of Wicked Revenge, which was for leather, and I got a Fetish of the Sand Reaver, which was a trinket. Um, all in all, really bad drops in this raid for me. Now behind him, if you can see that tunnel right there, is Vicidius. He is an enemy that you have to have frost items. So you freeze him and then you kill him with melee. I didn't have any of my Heart of Azeroth pieces. One of them has a freezed ability, and that's what I used to kill him last time. I need to do a little more research on specifically how to freeze him better, especially from a hunter. Once I do that, I think this raid will go a lot better. So like I said, just killing the trash here. We're coming up on the Twin Emperors because I skipped Vesuvius. Vesuvius is another tall cascading ramp that you kind of jump into. It goes up. It's higher up than most everything else in here though. So we're making our way to the Twin Emperors. Um, it's a fight I've never been able to understand how to expedite. And I say that because as you enter the fight, the Emperors are on each side of the area. You attack one, the other one charges in, and one of them usually knocks you back a substantial amount. I wish I could find a way not to get knocked back. That way I could just loot and move on. It would save me a little bit of time. Um, Continue to kill all the trash and whatnot. A couple hallways and rooms and stuff like that. But, you know, we will skip these for future videos, definitely. I do like the aesthetic in here. It's an open feeling raid, but at the same time, you know, when you think about your underground, under copious amounts of hives and nests and all sorts of bug glory. Killing all this trash here. Um, just trying to find more things to vendor, in all honesty. I restarted this account, so don't have as much gold as I used to have, so want to make sure I'm working on that. So we're finally getting there, and actually I think I misspoke. We killed Farnkriss. Now we're on Princess Huhuran. My apologies. I knew something felt a little off here. I do get a nice drop here. Huhuran's Stinger. It's a bow. It looks pretty neat. It looks like it's made from the carapace of the bug. It's kind of been hollowed out with a string attached. It looks pretty neat. Um, yeah, see there? It's like bug membranes in a way, or bug legs. It's kind of a cool idea. Now we're finally making our way to the Twin Emperors. I'll do a better job too of highlighting which ones drop pets as well. Um, but right now, just kind of meandering our way through this place. So we have more of these guys. They do drop the obsidian chunks. And I think at one point I'm going to stop probably looting these guys. But, you know, in the meantime, they do drop also the red mount. So if you don't have that achievement, you do want to make it a point to kill these guys. They're really spread out, and I just couldn't tell what was better. A better way to attack them was if it was just to run over there, or if it was to mount up each time. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to do that, but I mean, I'll find a better way once I get back in the swing of things. So we make our way down this hall, killing the Nubasath defenders. And if you have the Nubasath idol, they looks identical to these guys. He's just a lot smaller. He does hit for a ton in pet battles. It's a good little pet to pick up if you can. Got another green mount. Yeah, these guys definitely aren't grouped, so it does take some time. Um, but we are getting close to the end. We just have 3 more bosses and we're finished here. So no idea where these scorpions came from, but you know, it is what it is. So we're in the final room that we've been trying to get to for a while, where the Twin Emperors are. It's kind of like Chthon has his eyeball here, kind of surveying things. The Twin Emperors are on either side of the room. Didn't get knocked back here, thankfully. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. The other guy runs over. So we kill those 2, and then you have to then go back and loot the other one because it's not close enough. I got Vec Nalash's Circlet, Amulet of Veclanash, and Formula Enchant Gloves Threat. So again, another enchanting formula. Don't know. Don't really see that enchanting works well with a hunter. So I don't know if I want to go engineering mining or if I just want to stay herb and mine, or Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. The other thing is, if I go leatherworking, I can make more items for my hunter. So these guys can fear you, so just kind of watch out for that. You want to kill them pretty quickly, especially the brainwasher guys or the mind slayers as they go by in here. So you just make your way through all this trash. We are going to take a quick pause and skip ahead a little bit. So I decided that whole hallway was kind of pointless in terms of showing, so we did skip ahead. Um, Up here is where there's a fork in the road. Left is the second to last boss, Ouro, I believe is his name. So we're gonna go kill him real fast and then come back the other way. He did drop 2 items, the Burrower Bracers, which were cloth bracers, and Skin of the Great Sandworm, which was an item that's going to be used to for my hunter in order to lock a piece of gear. Um, he buries himself or burrows and then escapes and knocks you out of the way while you kill him from afar. He dies in this glorious heap of decaying worm, and we get to loot him. So now we have to make our way. We're going to be heading north. I wish I would have pulled the map here, but we're going to be heading north. There we go. Towards Chthon. Now, I know it shows on the map that there's a different boss there, but basically once you've completed this portion, this area right here occurs where we start to actually elevate and go, we ascend and go up. It's not there until you kill all the bosses, or at least it's, Vicidius you can skip, but the rest of them, I didn't, for me, it never really showed up until I killed those guys. So I just wanted to kind of point that part out. We're going to make our way up to Chthon, or Sethune, I'm not too sure how to pronounce the name. And we're just going to kill more of this trash here. Mount up, take off, let's kill the rest of this. Still trying to get that red mount, haven't got him yet, but it's okay. Just looting these final guys, and I'm checking my rep too. You do get rep for most of the kills in here, but you'll notice that as you're playing through. So we begin our ascent to fight the final boss in this raid. Now here's the other part that's kind of crummy, is we get these Kiraji Lord insignias which drop from the bosses, and we can turn those in for rep. However, when you get to this point, I have not found a way to exit the raid. So what I tend to do is when I come back next week is when I turn in all my rep. But we're making our way up. It's kind of similar to that beginning part where we descended to fight the Silithid royalty. It's pretty similar to that. But we end up kind of in the end of the raid where the last boss is going to be at. I didn't get any drops. I got the carapace of the old god for hunters, which I can turn into an item, but I didn't get any specific drops. So as you can tell, this place has changed, and there's the final boss. So there's a couple phases. Really, you just damage him until that eye shell kind of goes away. He's then going to transport you into what I think is his brain or his innards. From there, you'll kill 2 tentacles, and then we'll come back and kill him. So as you can tell now, hit him once, hit him pretty hard. He spazzes out, shows his true form. And then we're trying to kill him. He just looks so odd, man. So I got sucked down in this hole. I think you have to have this happen. You kill both tentacles, and that platform at the end, which is straight ahead, there will be a burrowing below you, and it will knock you back up. And now you can finish off Chthon without his defensive buffs. So I got Mark of Chthon, or Chthon, which was pretty pointless in all honesty. I accepted the quest as well. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Happy collecting, and look forward to more videos. I appreciate the subscriptions. Thanks, and take care.